Hi everyone. Today, like the bottle god, I am going to speak about another kind of god, which is called this one. This particular vegetable is also a god because it's got a hard skin on the outside, and the flesh is soft inside. And this vegetable is called it's called a ridge god in English, and in Bahasa Malaysia it is called petola, and in Tamil this is called pirkangai. Now the reason it is called ridge god is because of these ridges along its body. Can you see? These are sharp, or not very sharp, but somewhat sharp ridges that it has all along the body of the god. Um, there is another variety of this god which doesn't have ridges, but it's the same inside with a slight difference only, but basically the same inside, and that is called that particular god is called a sponge god. The difference is that it does not have these variegations, these sharp ridges, not variegations, these sharp ridges on it, and instead it is just a circular, just like a long god with no ridges on it, but it'll have some little lines on it, like some kind of variegation on it, and that particular god is what our organic or natural loofahs are made from. Loofahs, as you know, it's like a sponge. The natural one is used to like exfoliate our skin, or used as to scrub our body and so on. So there are non-organic or non-natural loofahs which are made from plastic and different kinds of material, but the organic ones are usually or most of the time made from the sponge god, which is somewhat like this, except it doesn't have the ridges on it. And what happens is you let it ripen on the tree, or you just let it dry out completely, and then you peel the skin, and the inside, when it's completely dry, will be like a sponge. So that particular sponge is what you make loofahs from. So guys, like the bottle god, this particular god is also a very highly nutritious vegetable. You take it for granted, right, that okay, all vegetables are good for us, and yes, it's true, but you don't realize that when you actually start researching and looking into what kind of nutritional benefits or properties they have, then you realize that, oh, maybe I should take it more often. Like the ridge god is also is rich in antioxidants. So when a vegetable is rich in antioxidants, you know that it would prevent, having a lot of this would prevent the risk of cancer. It boosts your immunity. It's got lots of vitamin C. Vitamin C, as you know, it boosts your immunity. It prevents you from getting different ailments and diseases and so on. And it's also good for our skin. It is high in iron, so it's good for people who are anemic. And because it's high in fiber and low in cholesterol and low in carbohydrates, it is good for weight management as well as for people with diabetes. It is high in vitamin B6. It's got magnesium. It's got zinc. It is said to also help with purification of your blood and so on. And some say it's good for ulcers. So lots of benefits in incorporating this vegetable into our lives. This vegetable, guys, can be eaten cooked, and it can also be eaten in salads, which I've never tried, but I am intending to. It can also be taken as a juice. I didn't know that, so something that I'm going to try definitely. So all these benefits, guys, make sure you incorporate more of this in your lives. The ridge god is also said to help in those suffering from constipation, because apparently it is high in cellulose. So guys, these are all the benefits of the ridge god. Do incorporate it in your lives. So now guys, I will demonstrate very quickly how to peel this vegetable and how it looks like inside. And this is basically for those amongst us who are new cooks and who do not know how to sort this vegetable and how to prep it before you cook it. Okay guys? So when you're buying this vegetable, guys, make sure to look out for the stem. If it's green, if the stem is green, like this one is already brown, so you know that it has been picked for a few days already. So if it's nice and green, then you know that it's fresh. Okay. So first of all, so these ridges, guys, you can basically, okay, now let me do it over here. you can basically peel it like this. Okay, you can take off the peel. Now I know that some people like to keep some of the skin on, like they would peel it something like this, and bits would be remaining, and they would still cook it. So for me, I like it to be completely off. I don't like any of these, like bits like this remaining on the vegetable. So I would like it like this, completely off, because it can be a little fibrous when you eat it. But as I mentioned, some people don't mind bits of the skin. So like this, basically take it off, basically skin off all the skin, peel off all the skin. You can use a peeler or you can use a knife. As I mentioned, some are okay with bits of skin. Okay, in my case, I like it completely without the skin. All right, so it's up to you how you want to peel it. The peel, by the way, guys, this one, my mother-in-law used to make something called tovayal in Tamil. It's like a condiment that what she would do is she would, I think, saute this with some chilies and some onions and so on. And after you saute it, I think you also saute some coconut, grated coconut, and then you put it into the blender and you blend it. And you make some tempered, chilies and dried chilies and some, our usual tempering spices, and you put it on top and you eat it as it's like a chutney, but it's a thick paste. This is a dish that is called tovayal, or sometimes it's also referred to as togayal. Well, it's a South Indian tiny little like a dip. Okay, so if you want to make that, you can use the pirkangai skin as well. This is how it looks like after it has been peeled completely. These little bits of green are not really hard, so I've left it on. Now I'll show you how to cut it. Okay, basically, you can cut it anyway. So, like if you want to make a stir fry, you can cut it like that. Or if you want to make it into something like an Indian, some Indian stir fries would require it to be cut a lot smaller, sometimes like this, and chopped into little pieces like this. Okay, so you chop it like this. So now I also want to talk to you guys about these seeds. Now over here, sometimes the seeds are nice and green, then it's easy to eat. Like over here, these seeds are a little hard. Can you see? Let me just show you. Can you see the seeds in here? So you know that this gourd is a little old and the seeds are brown. So when the seeds are light green and they are easy to cut, they are easy to, let me just take out one for you. Okay, this is one seed. Okay, sorry guys, let me just take it out properly. I've already cut it, so it's not coming out properly. So this seed over here, it's hard. It's not like over here, you see, it's a bit fibrous. It's not so easy for us to chew when we eat. So it'll be nice if it's something like this, then you ought to take it out. But if it's green, then you can leave it. You can leave it and just cut it and eat it with the seeds as well. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, when the seeds are green in color, you can eat it. You can cook it and you can eat it. But when the seeds are, see, wait, hold on. So guys, if it's green all the way like this, and you see that there are not much seeds inside, or if you don't see the seeds discolored in like a yellow or brown color, if it's green like this, you can cook it and you can eat it. But if the seeds are slightly brown, like this part, like the thicker end had seeds which are slightly brown like these. So this brown seeds, they would be slightly fibrous. So it depends on whether you like it in your food or not. Like I would take these out. So because I can see, you can see that the seeds are like that, and it is not that easy to eat. It would be a bit fibrous and it really, won't be taste that good as well. So what I would do is, when there are seeds like these, I would take it out. But if the seeds are like over here, there's hardly any seeds and they haven't formed properly. And when they're green like this, I would cook this without taking out the seeds, because the seeds are really, you can't even see them. But when the seeds are like these, I would scoop out the flesh like this, the pulp inside. I would scoop out some of it, as far, just so that I don't get to bite into these. So I'll take it out like that. Okay, so that, once again, there are no hard and fast rules. You can do it any way you like. And in my next video, I will be making a recipe where I'll be cooking the ridge gourd. Bye guys.